this video, I want to show you real quick what is Google Search Console, how it works, and what are the key metrics to look at if you want to scale your company. So when it comes to the dashboard, the overview, we see the performance. Right now we see the total website clicks in the last period. It's been 1,430 clicks for this website over here. So we can see which days has had more clicks, which days has had less clicks, but it's not something significant or specific. That's why we should go to performance. We go to performance, we see all these different things. We see total clicks, total impressions, average CTR, we have average position. We have this whole graph over here. We can click here on the CTR and see the green one if you want to. We can also change it to average position and then see how the average position has evolved throughout the 3-month period daily. We can also change it to weekly, for example. So as we see, the position has been quite continuously around 7, and now it has dropped until 10, but it's mostly because of lack of update. What's really important in this page is actually queries. Queries are the keywords that lead people to see the website among the other search results. As we see here, City Bergen is actually the one that is generating most clicks and also the one that is generating the most impressions. Since this company over here is at second position on Google search for this query, it automatically generates quite high clicks, which is basically CTR in this case. CTR is the impressions split with clicks. So for example, if you have 100 impressions and you have 1 click, then you have 1% CTR. To optimize the SEO on your page, of course, you have to do some SEO on page work, which we can cover in future videos. At this point, you probably can already find it in our library. But the thing is, if you already see that you score, for example, on the 7th place in dry cleaners, you can assume that, okay, is this worth actually investing our time in? And that you can make an assumption of the competitors, if this keyword describes your company, if it's a sales keyword, for example, if it can generate to sales, for example, when it comes to, let's say, City Bergen pris or price, that is quite a sale indicating query, and that's why one should optimize it if you want to increase its sales. But when it comes to just regular dry cleaners, that could be so many different options. And yeah, then you actually kind of just have to decide if this is something you want. Also, you can generally just see what you're dominating on. For example, when it comes to Absolute Transfervask, it's in first place, basically generating 67 clicks through 271 impressions. This is extremely good. And that's why you can either go and check how the page has been built, how many keywords has been used, if there's a lot of backlinks to this page, if there's a lot of internal linking to this page, and generally just understand why is this query performing so well, so you can maybe redo it on the other pages and other queries. In the performance page, you can, of course, select different date ranges that you want to see your analysis from. Thereafter, you can click on pages, and here it shows the different pages that are generating all this traffic. Countries, devices, search appearances, and weeks, of course. This is a little bit more insightful when it comes to the dates and which blogs have been how. Also, you can see the development of impressions and clicks. For example, maybe when it comes to skis, and if you sell different type of skis, you might have quite low clicks and impressions when it comes to in summertime. And when the winter comes and the ski season starts, then you suddenly might see an increase in impressions and clicks because there's more people searching for it. So it really depends on the season and the period your product is being promoted the most and relevant. Thereafter, we have the URL inspection. Here is quite nice if you want to index your page a little bit faster. You can copy the page's URL that you have just uploaded and insert it in here. Click, let's say if I click this, retrieving data from Google Index. So let's say you upload your own URL and then you click on request indexing. This way you ask Google to manually index your page, which can shorten the indexing time for about a few days or maybe a few weeks, depends on how fast and how responsive Google is to your page. Yes. One thing that is quite also important is to go to links, and here you can see links that are leading to your website. These are quite important, specifically when it comes to external links. Internal links are more important to show Google what your company is about. It's more about informational gathering and telling Google, okay, so basically we are linking the bedriftsavtale, which is company deal, 8 times throughout our websites. This sends a signal to Google that this is what we prioritize, this is where we want all the traffic to go to, this is what we're about. When it comes to external links, these are the ones that are building your credibility in Google. So let's say we have info, and etc. The more legitimate the page is, the more actually it's gonna increase the credibility and trustworthiness of your site, which again, Google is one of the search engines specifically in the last years that has been prioritizing trust signals very much, and specifically branding. They don't want to promote a website to a user that he might not find useful, and that's why it's important to always increase your credibility and trustworthiness. So these are all actually the main factors. Of course, we can go a little bit deeper into core web vitals and sitemaps, and of course, when it comes to experience, when it comes to technical SEO, but this is something that we're going to cover in the future. It's already probably posted. If not, it's probably going to be posted in a matter of time. So just subscribe and wait for it.